Hello, audience. My name is Isaac, but I will actually not be your DM today. Our wonderful and exquisite DM will be Darren Cave, and I, Isaac, will be playing Sigfrund, a wonderful giant paladin. Also with us, Samantha playing Laffaelle, a wonderful rogue, elf, a lot of things. And a newcomer to our group, I forget his name, I believe it's something with a C, and he plays Hiroku, a drow warlock. Ooh, fancy. And we welcome you to the Buffoon King's Folly. There we go.
There we go. Lady and gentlemen.
Well, only one gentleman.
Yeah, it's only one gentleman, obviously myself. The rest of you are deviants.
Damn right. Almost sec.
Well, you will find no argument because nobody wants to go against their DM that's running another campaign. So,
exactly.
No argument. To be fair, neither one of us can help piss each other off.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think I'm okay with a low-key DM war alternating weeks.
The low-key war.
What's going to end up happening is you're going to be completely screwed because he's going to throw monsters that's going to target us. Well, I'll throw for him, you'll throw for me, and you'll just become kindling in the fire.
We all love those casualties of other players, but who needs your character, you know? We have other things going on.
Make a new one.
Exactly, that's why you've got multiple characters.
Exactly, and the more character sheets you lose, the more confetti we have for your success.
Or to fill your coffin.
Yes, packing peanuts.
Alright, gents. And, of course, all deviants, welcome. Today we'll be starting in the courtyard of Baron von Strauss, a noble who has invited you to his castle to celebrate his youngest daughter's, Luciana's, engagement. So, as we are starting this adventure, Hiroku, you will be arriving via carriage just outside the main gate, and as you pull up in the carriage, please describe to us what Hiroku looks like.
Okay, so, probably with this being, a party, he's not going to have his usual armor on, but, he's got a very, dark, ash skin, almost black, but not totally there, and then his hair is, it essentially looks like living fire. It isn't, but it does look like it. So he's a fire genasi, and he has a very cold demeanor to him. He has seen a lot of battle throughout his entire life, so he's very battle hardened. He doesn't joke around a lot, and you can tell that just by looking at him. Do you want to just do appearance, or should I back?
No, appearance is good for now. Thank you very much. As you arrive outside of the main gate, the guard asks you to come closer, and he checks your invite, and you start heading inside. As you enter the courtyard, you hear loud arguing coming from the center of the courtyard, where Sigfrund L will be. Laffaelle, if you would like to start for us.
Just start what
are you and Sigfrund arguing about this time?
Sigfrund, I swear, I forgot my armor. It is, believe it's on the armor stand, but...
You mean the one back at home?
Anyways.
The one that we left at home?
Yes.
So we have to go buy you new armor again?
Possibly.
Or will you finally wear leather armor like a rogue should?
Oh yeah, leather armor. I still like the chainmail.
I will never, ever forgive that chainmail for ruining my life.
I swear, I was emotionally invested in it. Character development, Sigfrund.
If you can't tell, Sigfrund and Laffaelle definitely are not angry. There's just a lot of disappointment with our arguments.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that feeling.
As Hiroku travels closer to Sigfrund and Laffaelle, a guard approaches from the doors to the ballroom. He waves you over and tells you to stand by the door as you will be announced to Baron von Strauss.
Ah, thank you, good sir.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate the warm welcome.
The guard looks over the three of you, shakes his head, and starts scurrying away. Not very quickly, but you can see that he's making an effort to move faster than walking.
God, that Goliath just smells. I gotta run away. Would you like me and Laffaelle to also describe our appearance?
You will be describing it as you're entering the ballroom.
Ah, fun. Okay.
Dope.
So Hiroku gets waved into the ballroom. You know Baron von Strauss via traveling merchants. You've sold a lot of things to his merchants. You have never been invited or know the man yourself.
Mhm.
And as you enter the ballroom, you get waved over and see this gigantic human noble. I mean, this guy's standing near on 7 feet tall. He's bulging muscles, and then he's just got, for some reason, instead of having abs, he's got a beer gut.
Right.
Nice.
Greetings, my friend, and how are you today?
I'm doing very well. I appreciate the invite. I've run into some rough times, so it's nice to have some hospitality shown.
I see Baron von Strauss nodded it. I know a lot about hardships myself. This party cost me almost, and here he whispers to you, almost a day of taxes.
I I hesitate a bit and understand that talking down to the person who owns the place is probably not the best idea. And I just say, I'm astounded by such extravagance. That's all I'll say.
He lets out a boisterous laugh. Extravagance? Oh, this is me slumming it. My daughter didn't want to make anything special of her big day.
This guy is giving off mad sus.
Yeah, Hiroku will just think to himself that this is just the biggest waste of money he's ever seen.
It's like, I hate noble parties.
You get waved over to some of the merchants that you do know who are also attending the ball. And as this happens, the doors open. Sigfrund, Laffaelle, please describe your characters for us as you are entering towards Baron von Strauss.
Do you want to go first, Laugh, or do you want me to go first?
You go first.
All right. So, Sigfrund is a Goliath. First off, so he is definitely both bigger and bulkier than pretty much everyone else. He's almost 8 feet tall, 7'11", and he will just call himself 8 feet tall because he wants that 1 inch. He comes from a family of Goliaths that were like, so he wasn't always a paladin. He was a fighter for a very long time, and it wasn't like old school like mercenary group family. It was more just a family of people who traveled, took care of themselves, and had good morals, and that would often help locals and stuff like that. And when bandits killed a lot of his family, especially the head of his family, his father, and then they split up out of shame of not having been able to save their father, he started traveling around trying to help people. And that's how he met Laffaelle, was just kind of traveling and helping those who looked like they needed help. And Laffaelle really looked like he needed help. Or she needed help. Either way, Laffaelle needs help. And I'm here to provide it. As a paladin, I wear something very similar to maybe a certain video game franchise's armor. Big onion bro, round... Yes, it's absolutely just big, round, and basically imagine, Sigmire from Dark Souls, but 8 feet tall Goliath with a flame-tongued sword on his back, and just like, even though I'm describing as scary as I can, he's like the most jolly, nicest fucker ever. Like, he's terrifying, but the moment he opens his mouth, he's like, "Hello there! Shall I assist you? How can I help you? My name is Sigfrund. Please ignore Laffaelle. He is Laffaelle."
That's awesome.
Uncle Laffaelle has joined the party.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Not unfortunately. The best friend I ever could have made. Just need some work.
Staring at the armor that's 5 paces away.
Absolutely. I guess just for the party's info, even though I'm a paladin, I'm a very supportive paladin. I have lots of healing and control spells. Not really as much the smitey smite kind of paladin.
Gotcha.
Awesome. I love it. And Laffaelle.
Alrighty. I am Laffaelle Wells. Laffaelle comes from a very esteemed mage family. She's from a long line of mages. They have the parents of said mages marry off their children to other strong mages in hopes of making even stronger mages. But Laffaelle is very, I would say, bad at being a mage. She's also bad at being a rogue, but I would say she chose the life of adventuring, and somehow she was like, I like sneaking, and stealing gives me a rush, so let's go and let's do that. But however, I would say she's very scatterbrained and just kind of like, she doesn't really think that much. She's more
No shit,
in
Sherlock.
the moment kind of with. She's like, yeah, it's like no shit. It's like, she's very in the moment. Yeah, I was gonna say her family is, I would say, of noble esteem. So she's very used to noble parties. In this instance, she's like, yes, noble party. I will appear in a lovely ball gown, but not to outshine the lady of the hour. I will also forget my armor in the meantime.
And then Sigfried will remove his helmet and wipe away the sweat.
As Sigfrund removes his helmet and wipes away the sweat, he does not notice that Laffaelle is busy staring at her feet. And she actually crashes into Baron von Strauss.
Oops.
I'm so sorry. I should have grabbed her. That is on me.
Oh, you know me. On accident. I did not mean to do that.
Please. I start kneeling, going from 8 feet tall to like 2 feet tall.
I was gonna say, she's also pretty short for an elf, so she's pretty like, you could just pick her up and just be like, hey, let's go.
That's why he says,
Let's go.
I could have stopped her. He meant it. He's like, I could have just stopped laughing.
Baron von Strauss gets up from his kneeling position, looks down at Laffaelle, looks to his left, looks up at Sigfrund and shakes his head. I am not drunk enough for this.
Me neither.
He turns around, he shouts for Luciana to come and entertain her guests, and that is when a very plain looking young lady walks into the ballroom from one of the side serving rooms. She is carrying a tray with drinks on it, and as she gets closer to you, she introduces herself. I am Luciana. This is my party. She points over her back where a half elf is busy drinking from the champagne fountain. That's supposed to be my husband in the next coming months. And this, he plops down the entire tray of alcohol on the floor, is where my party starts. She sits cross-legged on the floor and starts downing drinks one after the other.
Sigfried will join, crisscross applesauce and give a cheers, you know, to no more freedom. And he takes his hearty drink.
So, all of the glasses on this tray are long, thin champagne glasses. As Sigfrund goes to delicately pick one up, his immense strength just causes the glass to shatter instantly.
Oh.
He looks down at it. Lucian's, never fear! And she shouts over her back, to be husband, we need a big one! And you see the half-elf disappears from the champagne fountain and sort of rolls half a keg into the room next to Sigfrund and says, this is from my wife. Enjoy, stranger. And he runs back to the champagne fountain to continue drinking it upside down.
I'm absolutely going to be like Shrekking it, where I just smack the little fucking spigot off and just start chugging it from the hole.
Luciana is looking wide-eyed. Chug it, chug it, chug it.
+5 Constitution, I will!
So like chanting, he's like, do it!
Hiroku will walk up and he'll like see if there's like more of like a wine type of thing, something that he can like sip, and he'll enjoy the sight of this 8-foot tall beast just downing alcohol, but he'll won't get too much into it himself.
Luciana, noting Hiroku, more friends! And she starts handing you glass after glass of sparkling wine.
More friends, wonderful.
Ah, such a festive occasion. To partying for the rest of our lives. And she just like downs them all, and she's like, ah, yes, more.
While Laffaelle is getting drunk, and clearly this madam is having quite a wonderful night, I would like to kind of lean over and just kind of question, like, excuse me, ma'am.
She gives a little giggle. Yes?
What is it that we were called here for? Do you know? Or was it just a celebration overall?
She shrugs. I told Daddy not to go overboard, so he only invited half the people in the kingdom.
Ah. I see. Look,
I lean down. Oh, go ahead.
No, absolutely, please go ahead.
I lean down kind of like in the same vicinity as you, and I ask her, you think your father could potentially have some time for a private audience? I'm just as confused as this man here as to why I received the invite.
Luciana looks around. I think Daddy's lonely. I think he needs more friends. Let's go and meet Daddy. She jumps up, bubbly. She starts pulling on Sigfrund's hand, trying to get this 8-foot behemoth compared to her 5'5" frame pulled up.
It's like, I go, oh no, you're pulling me so hard. And like, I get pulled up and rallied, I'm just kind of standing up.
Sort of gives that sparkling laugh. Starts pulling Sigfrund. Don't forget your friends, pull them with you.
I grab Laffaelle, and I tell Laffaelle to grab the other guy.
Onward. She's like grabbing like at the flipping collar. It's like, let's go.
Remember to hold everyone's hand. Grab your buddy.
I'll just allow myself to get pulled along slowly as we make our way wherever we're going.
As you get pulled closer to the throne room off the side of the ballroom, the lights go out, you hear a female scream, and the entirety of the hallway is enveloped in darkness.
Shit, like magical darkness, or?
No, just regular darkness.
Oh, then I shall, let me see if I have the spell, because I would like to cast... Shit, never mind.
Dark vision.
Laffaelle's got dark vision.
Genji.
I got
you
the
see anything?
120 devil sight, so I should be able to see whatever too.
Yes. So, Hiroku,
I have dark vision as well.
all of you then go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Right.
That's why I could see. I was like, there's something.
Something I am extremely bad at, so
That's okay. As a DM, I will roll like 26, but as a player, it shall be 5.
11.
Got
Yo, the dice I got are pretty cool.
Okay, perception. Let's see. Don't fuck me over. 15. Not too bad.
I said I was
so-
bad at it and then rolled a 17.
Okay, so 17, 15 is decent. Laffaelle, you would not see this. You would not notice it, rather.
The scream made her dress go into her face.
So, Hiroku and Sigfrund, you would notice a cloth as if from a robe exiting into the throne room itself.
Like a floating.
See Luciana, a moving robe.
Oh.
As this happens, you see that Luciana is laying on the floor and she is both bleeding out after having her throat slit, as well as having a magical dagger that has been poisoned, stabbed into her spinal cord.
Oh, I gotta move quick. I'm casting. No, I'm fucking gonna save her. I'm gonna cast cure lesser restoration, and then cure wounds. Or I should just use my lay on hands on her.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I will, for flavor's sake, if Griff's okay with it, I'd like to just, like, after seeing that something is happening, people are getting attacked, I just want to, like, snap, and then my suit that I have on is going to kind of disappear and into, like, flame, and then I'll have my breastplate with, like, fire regalia on it, and then just so that I'm ready for a fight.
I like that combat mode. I'll turn to Laffaelle. Laffaelle, keep an eye out. Help our new friend. I'm gonna save her. Pull out the dagger, lay on hands, and then lesser restoration.
Sir.
I'll yell back to Sigfrund. Are you okay alone? Can we go investigate?
I shall be fine. I'm a hardy fellow.
So, Sigfrund saves Luciana. She does not die from bleeding out. She's not even paralyzed.
Thank
But
God.
she is in a coma. Yeah, now I completely know how you know screwing over good plots. In any case, Hiroku and Laffaelle heads into the throne room, where you do not see anything. Let me just double check. Yeah, your passive perception does not see anything.
What's happening in the throne room? So, like, you said that there's that robe approaching the throne and all that, and everyone's like having chaos. So, like, is there like dead bodies laying about? Like, what's going on?
So, in the throne room, as you're entering, you do not see a robe. What you see is a little private gathering of what seems to be both Baron von Strauss, who is actually sitting in his throne, as well as 4 of his female servants who are having a mud wrestling competition.
Great.
You. Interesting.
So in the throne room, as you enter, there's pillars to your left and to your right that goes to the roof. There is a mud pit in the center of the throne room, and just beyond it is the throne which Baron von Strauss himself sits upon. You see a doorway that heads out of the throne room and what you would assume to either the private quarters of the family or a servant's quarters to the left, and a similar door to the right, just beyond the pillars.
I will yell to the Baron from as we walk in the door. I'll just yell that. I'll just say, your daughter's been attacked. We need to lock down the place right now before the attacker escapes. Also, I apologize for not having a voice. I'm not very good at voice.
It's good. Join the club. I'm working on it. So, Baron von Strauss, hearing this, instantly shouts at the servants, "Why are you still wrestling in mud? Get the guards, lock down the castle."
Oh my god! I think the worst part is they're like corsets and shit. They're not even like fucking. They're like not even proper to run around.
Exactly. They are not in servants' robes. They aren't even in bikinis, which you would expect wrestling in mud. They are in corsets and thigh-high stockings.
Like, some of the most uncomfortable shit to do mud wrestling, I'm sure.
Exactly. Well, I wouldn't know. I guess we'll have to test it out.
You're right. I guess I don't really know either.
Anything you want to tell us? Any friends that says anything?
Oh wait. Sorry. Nothing at the moment. I was gonna say I think she's more interested in going to like the servant quarters and looking around.
Okay, so would you be interested in going to the servant quarters on the left or on the right, since you do not know which one is which?
Probably the right.
Okay.
Wherever Laffaelle goes, Hiroku is going to follow suit.
So, as the servants exit the throne room, they see Sigfrund with Luciana, and they see both the dagger, the blood, and Sigfrund being a gigantic beast of a person.
Shit.
They assume the worst immediately. They scream and start running back through the room.
Well,
We found the killer! We found the killer! He's standing outside with a dagger!
can I look at the dagger? Is it magically enchanted to be poisonous, or is it like there's poison on the blade?
There's poison on the blade. It's not magically enchanted.
Is it a poison I'd be familiar with as a healer and a restorer?
Yes, it is. It would be one of the poisons that is local to the kingdom that you are in, but it would be specifically closer to Hiroku's village than to your own. You would be aware of the poison, what it is, and where it's found, just because you are pretty well trained in healing poison.
What is the name of it? It's called Hiroku's poison. That's a
About it. It specifically says Hiroku. Look at it. It has the label and everything.
yeah. I was gonna.
It's polyhedral point. Screw it.
Amazing. So now I get to go. Okay, well, hefty Luciana over.
It's made from a polyhedral plant. It spits out D20 sized flowers.
And if you don't get a nat 20, you don't get the poison.
Exactly. When you get a piece of gold.
Love it.
The greatest farming scheme. Roll nat 20s with these fucking flowers all the time. So I'm gonna heft Lucy, because even though the ladies are freaking out, I have Zone of Truth, and Sigfrund, being a scary fellow, especially by level 7, is used to people like assuming things about him. So with Zone of Truth, he's just gonna heft Liliana over, wrap the dagger in a cloth so he's not holding it menacingly, and then bring her gently to her father.
As you enter, Baron von Strauss, I told my daughter to greet you. She made friends with you. And you poison and stab her in the back?
I'm just gonna cast Zone of
Are we
Truth.
able to hear this?
You do
I
hear
imagine
the
they're
end
in
of his
like the
shouting.
doorway.
Yeah, you hear the end of his shouting as you enter to the doorway.
Actually, I won't cast Zone of Truth yet. I'm like, sir, I did not hurt her. I healed her. She was stabbed while guiding us, and my friends came to warn you while I saved her. If you think that she was actually in danger, you think my friends would have casually came and told you she's been stabbed? Or do you think they would have tried to stop me?
You see Baron von Strauss looks confused for a moment. I don't know, I was focusing on naked woman.
Then maybe you should focus on your own daughter, sir. And I'd like to, like, heft her forward, like, showing her in a coma, and, like, take her hand that's, like, limp as fucking lightly, like, stroke his face. Like trying to be like, see, your daughter's unconscious, motherfucker, see?
He looks down at her. Ah, this brings back memories. You know, I met her mother in a castle like that.
Unconscious? I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty trope.
Don't want to.
Sir, who could it be wanting to kill your daughter, sir? And where can I put her to keep her safe?
If you go through the doors on the left, that is the servants' quarters. Just give it to one of the servants. They'll take her to our hospital.
Man, this guy really doesn't give a fuck.
So we're not in the servants' quarters.
Like, Lafayette's like, let's go, Hiroku, and then
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll just follow them into the servants' quarters, and as I like come up to Hiroku and Laffaelle, like, this guy really doesn't give a fuck about his daughter, does he?
As you say that to them, you hear him shout, "Thanks for fucking off before I can give you an answer. Just about the entire bloody kingdom wants to kill my kids."
Well, if you would have told me that before saying you're distracted with naked women, I would have assumed you had a fucking answer. And I would like turn back around.
Oh man, that's awesome.
And the best thing is, with your zone of truth, you would have known that he was speaking the truth about just looking at the naked woman. He was busy.
Oh, that's the thing. I was like, you know what? I don't need zone of truth. I feel like this man is so bluntly honest about what he was doing. I don't need. I trust him because he's an idiot.
What are we looking at as we go in this door? Because I know you said the servants' quarters to the left, so are we in the private quarters of the Baron?
You have just entered into the private wing of the von Strauss family. There is a living room, which you are busy entering. There is a library to the left as you enter just past the living room. Then as you travel down the hallway, there is a door at the end of the hallway that you can see, and one on the right. That's what you can see as you enter into the living area.
I'm gonna nudge Hiroku and say, I don't think he's ever been to the library.
Oh man, yeah, I'll chuckle a little bit, but try to keep my composure, considering the situation. But I'll go ahead and like this shadowy energy will pop up in my hand, and then a spear will begin to form, and so it's gonna be my packed weapon. So I just wanted to get that ready.
Oh good, oh good.
I'll definitely say, while Flame Tongue is prepared, it is not on. I do not want to accidentally burn this little girl.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you are in the living area. You do not see anything strange. You see a sofa, a couple of chairs, a table, and a gigantic picture of a minotaur hanging above the mantle of the fireplace.
That looks expensive.
Are there
very
any signs of the
expensive,
robe
friend.
we saw?
There is not any sign of the robe that you saw, but there is a scurrying of footsteps in the library.
I'm open the library door.
Yeah, I'm bolting in there as well.
I'm just waiting for Laffaelle to be like, I want to steal the minotaur painting.
Yeah, the moment we look away, we turn around, Laffaelle's fucking daggering out the fucking painting from the canvas.
Oh my god.
Like, surprise!
Guys, this is worth $500. Look what we just did. And if you like that video and like to see more content, please drop a like and subscribe to Wolfer28, or give us a follow and a rating on both Spotify and iTunes as Bardic Logs. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you next time.